Picture this. Your friends and family are worried about you. You told yourself you would quit last week, but you keep coming back again, and it's really deteriorating your mental health, and it's ruining your life. You might think I'm talking about crack or cocaine or meth or fent, but I'm talking about Rainbow Six Siege, and this is a drug that everyone faces on a daily basis, and people even come back years because it's that strong. So today we're talking about the 7 stages of Rainbow Six players. Considering I'm a 10-year player, I've played in the highest league, competitive. I'm now a creator. I spend hours a day playing this game, and I cannot tell you I'll be more miserable than the most miserable person in the world because I play Rainbow Six Siege. Well, these are canon events that even you will go to. So if you're watching brand new, I'm about to tell you your future like I'm the Oracle. Number 1, stage number 1. Not the Marlin crash out stage, but you're the noob. You just downloaded the game with friends and you're like, hey guys, we found this new FPS. It's free. Or maybe, you know, saw Jinxie playing it. Let's give it a try. You're eager. You're going in with a fresh mindset, not knowing you're about to wreck years of your life. But however, when you play the game, you realize it's a lot different. This game has no respawns. This game, one-shot headshot through 5 walls. And you're wondering, how did I just die to that? When the game doesn't have jumping, it's a lot slower pace. It feels like if you die in the game, you die in real life. So you have players crouching around like little bed bugs, you know, aiming at the floor and just so scared to get in the building because they don't want to die. And I don't blame you, man. I mean, if you're playing a tactical FPS, you would think that, oh my god, I don't want to die. However, it's actually the exact opposite. The more aggressive you play, the longer you can actually stay alive, which I'll get into that in a little bit. You play this game a few times. It's kind of fun, you know, there's higher stakes. 1 kill in this game is probably equal to like the amount of dopamine you get from 5 kills in Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty, they just respawn and all that, right? But in this game, you get a kill, you're like 1 step closer to winning the round. So it's like, bro, it just makes you like feel so impactful and feel like you can just take on the world, you know? Like if I got a 1 tap right here, I'd probably just cream my pants. Ooh. Give me a second. Is there a tissue in here? You see, if I was a noob or a new player and I hit that shot, I'm gonna be hooked on Siege. And then I hit my first clutch right here. I'm gonna want to play more Siege after this. Like, getting these kills, winning these rounds, knowing that you were the reason that you won these rounds is like, it's like crack. It's like you just did a line of coke. And you're like, oh my god, let's do it again. That leads to you going past number 2, which is the second phase here, which is the make or break. You realize this game is hard as hell. You died at 100 different angles you never knew about, and you're like, oh my god, this is so hard. But then you eventually see what it's like on the other side. You get some kills and you feel like you're moving the needle through the thread. And who doesn't like the feeling of winning? When you get a kill, when you open up a wall, you feel like you're 1 step closer just to winning. And that is just pure dopamine for us. But however, that drives a lot of casual players away because like, oh my god, I can't run around and get 5 kills in 5 seconds. I'm gonna go look back to Call of Duty or some shit. Or maybe it's not fast enough pace, which is fine. But Rainbow Six Siege is the place for people who like a challenge, who don't mind getting knocked down a few times, but they get back up and they figure it out. And it's so rewarding when you fix a mistake, especially when you're new, you're doing everything wrong, basically. So it's very easy to see some light and some progress. This is make or break. You either fuck off and never come back to the game, or you give it a try. You're like, you know what? I'll give the game a few more times. Let me start learning it. Which is to number 3 of a Rainbow Six player is the leap of faith. Is making that decision to, all right, you know what? I will tell more of my friends to play this game. I will log on the game a little bit more, you know, add it to the main roster. Like, chat, give me the top 3 games that you guys play right now. Whether that's Rocket League, Fortnite, Valorant, League of Legends. I don't know why you want to play that game, but figure of speech, of course. Siege, Call of Duty, Fortnite, you know? You finally add Siege to the main roster. It's now like a side chick. And you know what happens when people have side chicks, you know? Sometimes they catch feelings. And you're gonna have have a lot of feelings when you play this game. That's why it's like an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes you're gonna be like, how the fuck did I die right there? But then sometimes your heart's gonna be beating so fast because you're in your first clutch situation and you're acting like it's life or death, when realistically, if you win or lose, nothing will happen. You'll just get some virtual points on the screen. But that's what Rainbow Six Siege does to you. It gets your heart pumping like no other game. And that's why we keep coming back. But now that you're invested, now that it's grabbed you by the balls, and you have no other choice but to learn the game, which is number 4, is you are now a learner. You're willing to watch R6 content. You start to see TikToks of people doing these strats and all that, and you're like, bro, I didn't even know that existed. So now then you go down the spiral of saving all these talks, seeing clips of Jinxie, and you're like, dude, this game looks so freaking fun. And when you get wall bangs like that, you're like, I'm a sick motherfucker. I want to play this game even more. But the learner stage is now that you're learning what the operators do. You're learning things like, you know, what operators you want to play more, how to play certain maps. All that is super important information.
Top 4 last operator standing.
Let's track Vigil. He might be around here actually. I don't know where he's at. Why is the diffuser across the map? We have to kill this guy.
Down to 1 friendly.
He's across the map. This is where I fucking crash out, chat, because why is the diffuser across the map? We could have easily won. We easily could have won this. Did I just shoot him? Oh no. So then it's like, now you're just mad. You're like, bro, we could have won that round so easy, but why did someone die with the diffuser across the map? And you realize how easy it is to win some of the rounds. And you get a sneak peek of what the final few stages are. So just sit tight. You think, you know, the journey's so nice uphill. Hey, this game's pretty good. And then, yeah. It's kind of like watching Death Note for the first time. If you ever watched that anime, it's really good, but then the ending is interesting. But this leads, yeah, but like number 4 is when like the dopamine starts to hit you. Oh my God, bro, I can like, you know, I can control recoil. Oh, I can use gadgets correctly. Like everything you do is like intentional in this game. There's no such thing as just running around and kind of like catching someone off guard in the back. Like it's very rare that you'll shoot people in the back in this game. You're usually in a head-on fight because everyone doesn't want to die. But now I'd say you're reaching about the 5th stage, which is the hard stuck. This is kind of like after you've grinded a lot of games, you know, maybe you have a few buddies you play with, but then it's like, for example, most of you guys play with people who are from your school, your work, or maybe you just some dudes you just thought were chill and added in the game chat. But like you can only go so far with random skill. Like maybe they're like peak plat or peak gold or something like that, and it's like you guys don't really know how to work together and all of that. Maybe you just play it for fun, which is fine, but you start to realize you have to play a little more serious. At least for me, I don't know about you guys, but when I wanted to go higher and break plateaus in this game, I would have to play with better players. Exposing yourself to people who know what they're doing after years of playing this game really speeds up the process of you getting better at this game. And you realize that you can't just play with your, you know, work buddies because they're low-key ass to the game and you hate carrying them all the time. So you realize, all right guys, I gotta leave a stack, and then you venture on like a lone wolf. But now you're just stranded because like you got no one to play with. This is where plateaus happen the fastest. Is you just have no one to play with. You're solo and all your teammates suck. It's probably what everyone thinks, right? You have that main character syndrome, which is okay. Wait, what is that? Soggy waffles. Interesting. But leading back to my point, I'm gonna tell you right now, plateaus are not fun. It's like, you know that you're better at this game, but like your mechanics are just off, or maybe you're just tired of just getting garbage teammates and you're wondering why the other team is, you know, has 2 champions and you're peak gold, and you're just frustrated because it's like, you know, you deserve better. But yeah, plateaus, like your aim is awful. You feel like you need to change your sense and all this other stuff that just leads to more inconsistencies. What? I just died to Fergalicious. How did I just die in this game? And you have moments like these where you're like, how did I just die? And the other team is so unbelievably garbage, it just makes you want to just punch a monitor. Yeah, punch a monitor. Now, this is where like most people hang out. They've already passed the newbie phase and learning, but this is the hardest stage to get out, is your plateau phase. Usually people have multiple of these that they keep continuing, but everyone hits a plateau at least once. Maybe that's like, you know, you can't pass a rank. Maybe you just have like bad habits that you just simply don't know until you maybe come across, you know, some siege tips on YouTube or something like that, which helps out a lot. Now, I'm not saying that like everyone needs to watch YouTube to get better, because like ultimately the best way to get better at a game is to play it. However, why try to like naturally make a ton of mistakes and try to learn from it when you can just watch some YouTube videos who have already done the hours? You know what I'm saying? There really is no reason to do that, which is why so many people watch my tip videos and they've seen the most rank progression they've ever seen. Not everyone, but a lot of people do. But if you want to break that plateau, you need, I cannot stress this enough. I hit my first plateau when I was probably around like under platinum. This was before rank 2.0. So this is kind of like above average, I'd say. But I just could not compete with people who were crazy on, this one was on console, by the way, before I moved to PC. But like people were just getting like entry frag picks and all that kind of stuff. And I was kind of more of a support player back then. I would just play Echo or Maestro and sit on my cams and thermite and help out the team. But I realized that like I can only go so far playing that kind of role until I need to like discover more parts of, you know, my potential in this game. And this is before I competed in Challenger League and all that kind of stuff. But you need to like surround yourself with better players, whether that's watching good players of this game, high level, or choosing a stack with people who are same rank, if not higher than you. And you just keep doing that until you hit like platinum or emerald minimum. But yeah, you're not gonna see a lot of progression if like nothing's gonna change if nothing changes. If you're playing with the same people, you're doing the same habits, you're pushing the same way. And guess what? You're gonna die the same way. You're gonna lose the same way. But this is an extremely hard thing to do, because like you gotta spend more time playing this game. You're gonna cross awful teammates. You know, you're just gonna get frustrated because you want to win. And you're not winning as much as you used to back when you started playing. Because like when you first start playing, it's like this. Oh, new stage. Okay, learn the operators, learn the maps. Oh, it's pretty nice. Oh, but hit like a plateau where everyone kind of like gets used to the operators and mechanics, but doesn't really put the effort in and plays really lazy. So they just kind of like stay stagnant until they decide to learn more, and it's a very big uphill battle. This leads to stage number 6, which is the crash out stage. You realize that the anti-cheat in Siege is ass, and you realize, you know, people don't talk in voice chat, people are toxic, and it's just hard to get good teammates nowadays, you know? It really is that hard, it feels like, you know? So oh yeah. So yeah, then it's like it's just a constant, it feels like you're yeah. It's so frustrating when you lose to people you know who are just awful. You know that you're better than them, but you can't do anything because solo queuing in Siege is so annoying. Or like you just hit a brick wall and you don't know what to do. The game has so many bugs, and it's just like the cheaters are bad, and you're just like, bro, this game freaking sucks. And I mean, you're just tired of not finding teammates, and it can get really frustrating. And I think the biggest solution to that would just be to, again, try and find, like, put yourself out there, try and find more people who are good at this game and try to stack more. Because if you want to get higher in ranks, it's really going to be hard to do it by yourself. If only I had someone named Athieno as my teammate. Yeah, if only. Yeah, you just realize that this game is just so ass. It's like, it's so bad for you. You get headaches every time, and sometimes you just don't even want to play the game because you're just ass. You know that like you're not shooting as good as you used to be, and you're like, oh my god, what happened? Am I washed? And it's just kind of like you're just frustrated, which leads to number 7 is acceptance. Accepting that maybe you might not get the highest rank in this game. Maybe you might not have the best teammates that you want to queue rank for hours on end at night. and you just forget the time because you were having so much fun. And maybe even just as a Siege player, you missed the old Siege. You missed when this game was good. You miss.
Op 4 has defused the bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
What are you doing? What is this site setup, Soggy Waffles, who is 0-4? You see, I'm currently in the crash out stage right now. What the fuck are my teammates doing? But it's acceptance, which is number 7. Accepting that the game is shit, but you keep coming back to it because it's so addicting, and there's no other FPS out there like that. It's like a toxic relationship with an ex, you know? It's like, well, that's probably not the best way to describe it, but you know what I'm saying. What the fuck is this? What is this setup? There's so many holes. But you play different games, Call of Duty, maybe Overwatch, or maybe Valorant or CS, and you're like, dude, what other game has map destruction, you know? It doesn't feel as satisfying to play this game, you know? Might have downed him. Yeah, they downed him.
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
See you later, pal. But yeah, it's like, and then this game has new updates, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll give Siege a try. And it's just a constant cycle of like, you realize you're not bad at this game, but you always want to give it a try to get that high of winning as a 5 stack and just absolutely outplaying the enemy. And I feel like Siege just rewards that so much. This is a crazy angle, actually. I actually might even try this out more. Yo, W fucking site setup, bro, honestly.
1 Op 4 remaining. Friendly, last operator standing.
And when you clutch up moments like this, man, it just makes you want to come back to the game. It makes you be like, oh my god, like, your heart was pounding, the dopamine hits. You realize, I'm not shit anymore. Yeah, dude, like, what other game are you gonna get this shit, you know? It's like, and you can just do it all over again. And the fact that you can win this game so many different ways, and yeah, you just come back to it. It's just a complete cycle. Now you might be wondering, wait, that's the last stage. What happened? Where's the stage where we live happily ever after and we get good at this game? No, you see, that's the thing. That's why Siege is a love-hate relationship. You hate this game because you realize there's so many flaws with it, and the company, Ubisoft, hardly does anything to counter it. They let cheaters and Zim players run rampant. They overprice skins and barely update the game at times. However, they did a better job now. And I'm not saying they need to be perfect, but it's like this game could be so good. But I just think it sometimes gets taken in the wrong way. But
hi, Daddy, can I 1v1 you?
No. But and then now it's just a cycle. Imagine we had a pie. A little pie chart. Think about Siege. Wants to play Siege. Play Siege. Realizes how miserable they were when they play Siege, so they uninstall it. Then they uninstall the game and hate the game, never want to play it again. But then you think about it again. Then you want to play it. Then you realize it's shit. Then you want to install it. You know, it's a constant cycle. Constant cycle.
10 seconds to insertion.
It's a drug that just holds you. You just keep coming back to it even though you know it's bad for you. Not a single reinforcement down, bro. The site setup is untouched. Where is everyone? I mean, I was busy doing my thing, but we're leaving this shit uncon. You know what? We're doing the no site setup challenge. We're just gonna free flow. It's a cycle, not a pie chart. But like at the end of the day, man, you know, like it's not that miserable, but it's pretty miserable. Like if you don't have thick skin, I don't recommend playing this game. Because you're like, why the fuck is this guy just shoving his head in the window? And it just makes you want to break something on your desk. But yeah, I mean, I've never gone to a point where like I hate Siege, but like I understand there's some times where it's like, oh my god, solo queue was unbearable. But like, think about it. If you were to come back to Siege, it's like you have to re-download it now. You know what I'm saying? Now you just have to re-download it and then wait a long time to play. I think like getting bad teammates is also like one of the most frustrating things in this game. But this is unranked, so you know I'm not gonna sweat too hard about what my teammates are doing. But yeah, man, I mean that's really the 7 stages of being a Siege player. That's like giving it to you raw and explain, you know, talking you through it. That's the best way. And then you're like, oh my god, I just dropped 10 kills for all my teammates to do nothing. And you're just in a constant cycle. Then you have to look at this miserable screen and it makes you not want to play again. But then you're like, you know what? I'll give it one more try. And then the cycle of the prophecy of I'll play until we lose, or maybe, you know, can't end on a loss. It's a never-ending cycle. But yeah, guys, that's 7 stages of a Rainbow Six player. If I miss anything in the comments below, or maybe you want to share your experience, something canon, let's hear your story in the comments, because I think we can all grieve in there. But leave a like if you're a Siege player, and if you're a noob watching this, good luck.